Hi everyone, welcome. Let's draw and rant at the same time. So I've never really seen Ultraman Rising. It's on Netflix. I don't have a Netflix account. I'm not gonna stress over it. So I start with making an outline. Is that weird line people do to make your drawing a line? I don't know why I drew the lines because I clearly didn't use it, and you're just gonna see how I struggle with the eyes and everything because I drew the lines, I did not use the lines. Now I have to keep using liquify. And at that point I thought, okay, this is good enough, right? This is fair. And yeah, I could work with this. Then I flipped the canvas and it was horrible. Like, see? I got so frustrated. I don't like drawing from reference just because I'm not good at it. When I draw from reference, it looks bad than when I just freehand it. But drawing with reference is more anatomically correct. Well, not anatomically, depending on whatever reference you're getting from, animated or not. So I block out the hair values using the brush. It's called hair. Yes, it's called hair. But you have to watch an ad. It's on Ibis Paintex. So for the other things that like the highlights on the face, blocking them out, I use the dip pen. Then I blur out the edges that I want to be more soft. Now I'm blocking out the darker values using the dip pen. There's a pattern here. I also drew in the background using the dip pen. I drew the values on the lips, then blurred it out, but I used the dip pen. Except I use the airbrush on the neck now. Why? I don't really know. But most of my drawing, I use the dip pen for it. And the dip pen is already pre-installed on your Ibis Paint app, so you don't have to watch an ad for it. I block out the darkest values using, you guessed it, the dip pen. An artist on Instagram, that's where I learned this from. Like, you block out shapes, because usually I just use a soft brush to like highlight stuff, like make darker values in my drawing. But he said using solid shapes are better. Now I'm adding highlights to the hair. I'm also using the same hairbrush, and yep, I've wiped off the lips. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I don't even remember what was going on because the lips look exactly the same. I didn't change it. I just wasted time for no good reason. I hope most of you are more of a visual learner than like the kind that, auditory learners, because I am shite at explanation. I'm not good at explaining stuff. So hopefully you look at what I'm doing and you understand better. Please. Recounting what I said before, don't be scared of adding highlights on top of like your shadow, on top of your darker values. It's your drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect. When something feels like it's going to look right on your drawing, just go and test it out. I'm putting highlights like on a different layer on top of my layer of locked out figures to really make those lighter values pop. I think it worked quite well. Now the shirt color, is there a reason for switching it? Nope. Why did I switch it? Blue was my favorite color. That's it. That's the entirety of the explanation. So now on to the thing that I feared most that I didn't want to address, but I have to. The hair. So I started like using lighter values, but then it looked more cartoony and it looked like it lacked depth. So I started first with this darker blue to give it a more 3D effect. Then I went over the lighter blue with the white, and that's where I ended. That's where it stopped. Yeah, I'm not doing more to this. Well, that's the drawing. Thank you. Like and subscribe.